so safe and sound. Peace and order all around. Starless troops will think for you. Obey and see the world anew. Early thoughts won't stand a chance. Become perfected. Your mind's enhanced. Masters with a violent hand, leading us to a promised land. Obey our orders and feel the power, or we'll lock you in the tower. In their room you'll find your place, or you'll taste armies. Empty your mind, for truth is the source. Don't make us use extreme force. Starless troops will think for you. Obey and see the world anew. Early thoughts won't stand a chance. Become perfected. Your mind's enhanced. Masters with a violent hand, leading us to a promised land. Obey our orders and feel the power, or we'll lock you in the tower. In their rule, you'll find your place, or you'll taste our mace. Empty your mind, our truth is the source. Don't make us use extreme force. Starless troops will think for you. Obey and see the world anew. Early thoughts won't stand a chance. Become perfected. Your mind's enhanced. Your mind's enhanced. Your mind's enhanced. Your mind's enhanced. Your mind's enhanced.
Hi everyone! Hi, it's Belladonna Nightshade, and wonderful to be here with you. Just fantastic. So, Lawrence has already chatted, and he talks about, if you get a chance, he has a new live stream that he does almost daily called the Culture Spot. So, he decided not to do it tonight, but he did it earlier today. I was live lunchtime with lots more energy. Cooler today in Spain. 37 Celsius expected tomorrow. Yeah. That's what I did. We don't like that. We don't like those kind of temperatures. Yeah, nice and cool, like a refrigerator or a fridge. Yeah, that's nicer. That's much nicer if you're undead. And Brian, hi Brian, thanks so much for joining. And Brian says, hello Bella, can't wait to hear what you're going to chat about today. Well, yeah, I got a bunch of different stories that we'll chat about. And it seems to be a pretty interesting day. And I got a funny one I'll save for the end. I think it goes back to like May 29th, happening in Florida. So, let's see. And afternoon, says Alan. Well, good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And what else we got? Tom says, hello, Bella. Well, hello, Tom. It always makes my day knowing that Tom's here watching my little silly show here, or whatever the hell it is. And Brian says, wonderful song on Starburst Britain, only trouble. Yeah, it's actually worse than that. Yeah, it was last July or so, wasn't it? When there was the protests, and then the new Labour government clamped down on the protests in the UK really harshly. And this was my song. I was just so outraged. And also I started watching the UK news even closer because of that. It was, it's just so outraged. It's free speech. It was so obvious that they were attacking the indigenous, especially with the outcome of the election, that so few of the actual electorate actually voted. So, damned if you do or damned if you don't. If you voted Labour or if you voted the Tories, you're screwed. So, yeah, so I was really outraged when I wrote that. And I thought it came out pretty decent. Yes, July 4th, Independence Day statewide, Subservience Day in the UK. That's so true, isn't it, Brian? Yeah, you will do as you're told. And now Lucy Connolly's paying for that, for words, big deal. It was the next post. So, gross. Okay, let's see. Let me go into what I have today for you. Get a bunch of different things. Let's see. Where do I want to start? And even before I came on, there was more stuff popping up here and there. Let me see. Let me make sure my YouTube is working. Oops. Alright. Is YouTube working here? YouTube. What is that called? Okay. No, not YouTube. I mean my VLC. No, I don't show it working. Oh boy. Weird. Alright. Well, let me try anyways. Let me try putting something up there. Let's see. Where should I start? Okay, let's start right here. Nothing. Show up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, let me skip that and go to the video first. Then we'll talk about that. So, okay, this was in Belgium. There was a Belgian factory and a bunch of, so-called pro-Palestinian knuckleheads. Yeah. So they charged into the factory, and it wasn't a big factory or anything, but they said it was for anti-Palestinian causes, right? And let's see. It doesn't show much more here, but they inside and he vandalized and did about €1 million damage inside the factory. And again, it was supposed to be for for people fighting against war materials going to Israel. Well, guess what? So what the person here says, it's his thing. The activists caused €1 million in damage to the defense company in Tournai. We don't sell anything to Israel. We destroy vehicles for Ukraine. A bunch of dumbasses. They don't even bother to do any research. How hard would it be to find out if a defense contractor, especially someone in the public, does business with Israel or not? They're nuts. Total lunatics. So, yeah. What else we got here? And Lady Pip. Hello, Lady Pip. Wonderful that you're here. Hi. And Alan says, hi to Lady Pip. Wayne says, watching. Oh, thank you, Wayne. Wayne is my other wonderful thrall. He got to watch today. He's always busy. He's a very busy man. So, wonderful. He could join us live today. And Lady Pip says, hi, Alan. Great that everyone in the chat's getting along so well. So, what else can I go with here? Oh, yeah. Why don't we go over to the U.S., and then we'll come back, and then we'll and we'll talk about a few of the things I have for the U.K. also. Let's see. Okay, in the U.S., the Supreme Court ruled, imagine this, that parents don't have to have their kids read gay books to them. The LGBTQ, ABCD, EFG crap. They don't have to put up with that. They didn't say, though the Supreme Court didn't say take that stuff out of the school. They just said the parents can opt out of it. So, let's see. Here's a little news story.
We were, Dana, so this...
Come on, show up. I don't know why this gets so delayed now. Very weird. Come on, show up. It'll pop up here in a moment. I think.
We were, Dana. So this brought together a coalition.
Well, let's listen to the news.
Religious faiths and backgrounds who said there used to be a rule in this particular school district that would let them know when there were books that dealt with issues that may be in conflict with their religious faith. Well, so many parents were opting out that the school
me see,
district
it's over here.
quit doing it. Well, 6
No.
to 3 today in a decision by Justice Alito.
At least you can hear it.
Have earned at least a preliminary injunction. So while this case plays out, they said the board has to notify them about a book that's in question or anything similar, so that their kids can be excused if it's in conflict with their faith. He says, as we've explained, without that, parents are left this choice: either risk their child's exposure to burdensome instruction or pay substantial sums for alternative educational services. Because at one point, Justice Jackson, during the arguments, had said, well,
Always Justice Jackson. We're going to talk about her today, too.
Justice Alito's and others saying that's not practical for a lot
Come
of people.
on, pop up.
The dissent by Justice Sotomayor, joined by Justices Kagan and Jackson, says today's ruling threatens the essence of public education. She says it's not about bringing kids together to learn about a particular faith, but a range of concepts and views that reflect our entire society. Exposure to new ideas has always been a vital part of that project until now. She didn't think, the dissenters didn't think that the parents should
propaganda.
opt out. Justice Alito and the majority say they should.
Okay, and it's also an injunction. Everything is so wishy-washy, isn't it? It's really weird. So, 6-3 in the U.S. Supreme Court saying that the kids and the parents can opt out their kids from having to, have the gay rights material foisted on them in the schools. It's crazy that it's come to this, you know that? And like you says, I've seen videos where a lot of books in schools are not appropriate for children. Yeah, because even the librarians are now activists, and they want to get in there, and they want to pervert the children. Everything is just crazy. And let me see. Let me go back. Why VLC isn't working? I think it's Streamlabs. Let me pop this in there. Why isn't this working? All right, let me try another thing. It was just working. More gremlins. I swear, I gotta go kill the gremlins. I'm gonna try closing out VLC. Let me see. It used to be so reliable. Let's open it up again. Then it will still take a moment. We'll get this straightened out. I think I almost have to have a video up and running. Let's see, try it again. Let's try another screen. This ain't gonna work. It's probably Streamlabs. It should be almost automatic that it just pops up. But it doesn't. Okay, well, I'll keep talking. Eventually something will pop up here. We'll see. Alright. Yeah, let's see. There was... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll just talk about it then. I had yesterday where the young man's name was Edward Korestein, and he was the fellow who was calling himself Big Balls in DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Well, he stepped down. Well, it turns out that Edward Big Balls Korestein took a job in the Social Security Department to help cut out fraud and waste in Social Security. So he's doing that full time. So Social Security now has big balls. I thought that was wonderful. Let's see. Let me see if I can play it. Damn it. Why is this happening to me? I even test just before I come on in here. And then like you saw, like when I'm showing those pictures, that was VLC player working. I don't have it muted or anything. Well, what? But it just ain't gonna play now. Weird, just so weird. There we go. Okay, I got it on another screen popping up. So maybe it'll soon pop up here. I'm gonna keep trying. But yeah, there it is. Oh, maybe that was a problem. Maybe it's too far up. Okay, that could be the problem. The overlay maybe went too high. Nothing simple. I tell you, nothing simple. So, let's see. I got sound to this? But that was about him. Not much. Again, just the fact that he went to Social Security. We'll move on. But I'm going to keep this window active. Hopefully it doesn't die on me. Let's see. But that might have been the problem. So what you have to think about. And I'm not too bright, so... Oh, yeah, the other day in in New York City, there was thousands of Muslims. Let's see. I don't think this is anything like the UK though. Let's see.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar,
Here we go.
Allahu Akbar.
This is in Times Square in New York City. There are a lot of comments to the video about Islam needs to take over the US.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
Yeah, that's Times Square. Okay, enough of that. But, yeah, Lady Tip said earlier, when civil servants mess up, they get moved to another department. Standard practice. No, Big Balls didn't screw up. He's just a 19-year-old kid. He did such a good job that the Social Security Department hired him to go work there full-time to get rid of waste and fraud. So, and yeah, I know. I thought it was kind of funny at the same time to show you this because this is a tiny crowd compared to what the UK puts up with on a daily basis, just for their daily prayers. They come out and they block everything in the UK, from what I understand. So Lady Kush says, looks like Bradford or Birmingham. Yeah, just a small section though. They should dubstep that. Ah, yeah, it's always gotta be that saying. And everyone else has to listen to it, right? Yeah, everyone else has to put up with it. So, okay. So that was interesting. Unlike the UK, we don't see too much of this. We don't see too much of that. Oh, yeah. Well, let's break this up. I got something funny from Ricky Gervais. I thought this was great. Let's see. Let's go play this. Yeah, you may have already seen it, but I thought it was hilarious.
Experiment there, Miss Children?
Sorry, no.
Don't care about children in poverty then?
Not at the moment. I've got bigger problems.
Do bigger problems exist than the desperate poverty of a child?
Sorry, I thought me saying I was busy was enough. What's the guilt tripping? And don't give me this altruism shit. You're not a volunteer. Everyone knows you're getting paid. You don't give a fuck about the charity or poverty-stricken kids. You want money. I'd effectively be paying your wages, you wiry little twat. Four Eyes.
I got a little Ricky Gervais. Let's see. Tyler says, didn't New York vote for that? Yeah, they did. They want a lot more of it apparently. Never enough. But as you know, most of our immigration in the U.S. is from Latin America, South America. Yeah, most of it. We're sure getting a lot of it. But normally you'd have to go over to Minnesota to see that, to see a scene like that. So I thought it was interesting. I knew it wouldn't mean much for you in the UK. That's your life now. But it seems weird for us. So all right, what else? Yeah. Okay, we had an interesting thing in the United States. We had a ruling. Let's see. It was again 6-3, and it basically was knocking down like these. They never go all the way. So they'll have to deal with it again as they start pulling more tricks. But all of this judicial interference, like from district courts and everything. So they had a ruling. And then we had this one bullish Biden appointee called Ketanji Jackson, and she just made a fool of herself, but she doesn't care because she's that big of an idiot. She made a fool of herself. She said, I just don't have time to read, like the Constitution or other laws. I don't have the time. So my feelings, I'm going to roll on my feelings. So this time, Amy Barrett was writing up the major part of the ruling, and they included all kinds of things attacking Ketanji Jackson. Here, let me show you who Ketanji Jackson is first. So yeah, her feelings are so much more important than our founding documents and our laws. Yeah, a Biden appointee, imagine that. So, alright, let's see. I got a few things here. So, right here it says, I think this is in Amy Barrett's, writing, about the main part of the ruling. It says Justice Jackson, they don't normally do this, skips over that part because analyzing governing statutes involving legalese. Yeah, she didn't have time for legalese. Post at 3, she seeks to answer a far more basic question of enormous practical significance. May a federal court in the United States of America order the executive to follow law? In other words, is it unnecessary to consider whether Congress has constrained the judiciary? What matters is how the judiciary might constrain the executive. Justice Jackson would do well to heed her own admonition. Everyone from the president on down is bound by law. That goes for judges too. You imagine one U.S. Supreme Court justice has to tell the other one that no one, including her, is above the law. Though there's actual case, I think it's called Marbury, where it was ruled that the president, it was one of our early presidents, that he was above the law in these matters. So it was called Marbury. So yeah, there's actually precedent in U.S. Constitutional law that in certain cases presidents are above the law. But Jackson doesn't know that because of her feelings. She doesn't have time for that. Let's see what else. Yeah, here's about not having the time. Let's see. Get that up. Alright, whoops. Come down from there. Yeah, it would be nice if I didn't have to mess with this stuff. Alright, I'll read this to you. The principal, whoops. Where did I get that? That was from the other day. Okay, let me get that out of there. Let's go back. Damn, when you got a midwit running everything, you don't know what will pop up. I don't even know how that got up there. It's not even in my folder anymore. But the print. Okay, I better hurry. The principal dissent focuses on conventional legal terms. I don't really know how that's coming up there. Does he gotta keep doing this? That was from 2 days ago. Stay there. I'm gonna put on another screen. I'm putting my mouse cursor so it doesn't move. Now I did it. This is killing me. Okay. Oh. I'll read you real quick. The principal dissent focuses on conventional legal terrain like Judiciary Act of 1780. I did it again. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's the goddess Kali who's going after me. I deleted that picture. Oh, yeah, my screen is haunted. I'm gonna delete that. Let's see. What happened? And I won't be able to play anything. What? It doesn't like that. More Gremlin. I did it again! There's gotta be some reason for this. I gotta have something pressed or something. Damn it! Okay, well, let me try another slide. Oh no. That's weird. We will not. The prison. Okay. Justice Jackson, however, did it again. Oh no. But let's just look at Kelly for the rest of this. This is so weird. I even had anything to say. Don't you love tech? Yeah, especially when you're uber boober. It doesn't make any sense. I have a folder that I'm clicking everything out of. And what the hell? Think I gotta install VLC again. I don't know. Oh, let's see. Let me check another screen. Is it on there too? Oh, damn it. Let's try here. Come on. Now it'll take a second to pop up. Or a minute. Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pop over to this screen. Watch it start happening here too. We will not dwell on Justice Jackson's argument, which is at odds with more than 2 centuries worth of precedent. Not to mention the Constitution itself. We will observe only Justice Jackson's duties, decries an imperial executive while embracing an imperial judiciary. Tom says, stop tweaking stuff, breaking stuff. I can't help it. I'm gonna try the other slide. I'm gonna try the other slide and see what happens. Because, alright. Oh, now it's tiny small. Damn it, I can't even read that. My old vampire eyes don't see. Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay. However, choosing a starting line of attack that is tethered neither to these sources, again, this is against Jackson, nor frankly to any doctrine whatsoever. Waiving attention to the limits on a judicial power as a mind-numbingly technical query, i.e. dissenting opinion she offers a vision of, and then it just goes on from there. Okay, let's come back over here. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna leave that live and see if the haunting, if Kelly's gonna keep haunting the screen. Oh, damn. I must have angered a goddess, an actual goddess, you know that? A bloodthirsty goddess is angry at me. or else I just drew her attention. Oh no. But yeah, I can't think of any time where they just go after another justice when they write up their decision. It was really bizarre. So is all that crap coming up. Let's see. Maybe we can jump over. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's jump over to the UK again. And oh yeah. I think this happened on the 21st. I know, you're all betting it. I'm gonna screw it up again, aren't you? Let's see. I'll start with a picture. Will Kelly pop up? Let me go over to this screen. Everything's delayed yeah, there we go. So it has to do with this. They're a protest. And vegans against fascists, and then let's see. Yeah, that's real funny. And then, this was surprising. The outcome was surprising. And I'm sure everyone in the UK can tell me why. I gotta make it smaller. Let me make it smaller. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to resize this crap all the time. Let's try it again. Everything's so damn big. Let's go. Alright. Okay, so you may have already seen this if you're in the UK, but let's start it again. Antifa, of course. Just attacking a guy. Who do they usually arrest?
Just keep moving now. I feel small. Just keep moving down. So if you've got a Camry, you're a Nazi. Yeah.
Oh, they attacked him because he had a camera.
Yes. You're getting arrested. Move now or you're getting arrested. Right, United States go! Off our streets! You're under arrest. Watch the cars! Watch out for the cars! Stand back! You missed it! Get back! That's amazing.
Fuck! I've got a broken.
Oh, how silly. Totally silly, huh? So, he's crying like a little biatch, let's face it. That's what he's crying like. So, yeah, but what was surprising about that is normally they arrest, in the UK, they arrest the person who is being messed with, who trespassed with. Normally they leave the Antifa guys alone. So yeah, that's what I found really surprising. And Lawrence says, even if we elect reform to power, we still have to deal with a woke, multicultural civil servant. Yeah. No Doge possible unless we overthrow the monarchy and become communists. Well, isn't that what they want? I mean, Starmer is a commie. Most of them around him are also. Let's see. What is the video is he protesting against? Stella Creasy and infanticide? Or is he a member of NECAP? Yeah, Antifa. Yeah, and they're such weak people, aren't they? Unless they got a big crowd, they're so weak. Weak. And so, yeah, I thought the outcome was so unusual. Instead of arresting the poor fellow just walking down the street with a camera. Wow. Oh, then we got, what else should we talk about? Starmer. Oh, dear, I had this. Will this even pop up? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So thank you, Alan. This was really good. Ooh, oh, is Kelly gonna pop up now? No, dude. So let's see. Oh yeah. This is kind of going back to those knuckleheads, those Palestinian protesters. What was it? In the UK, you have an Air Force base called Briz Norton. I think that's what it was. But you have an Air Force base, and these anti-Israel, pro-Palestinian knuckleheads sprayed paint and two different jet planes, RAF, Royal Air Force jet plane engines. Just sprayed a bunch of red paint in there and dumped it in there. And I heard today that they'd arrest 4 people in connection with that. But they walked on the days, they sprayed and dumped paint in the engines of these 2 different jets, and then they just, on their little gay electric scooters, just rode out. And no one stopped them the whole time. Yeah, the mighty UK military. So you had this gentleman here. Let's see. Let me move it around screen. Hold on. So you had this gentleman here. This is the Right Honorable Robert Jenrick, Member of Parliament. So, just to remind Keir Starmer of the damn commie bastard he is. So, in 2001, you chose to defend Linda Percy, a serial trespasser arrested more than 500 times for breaking into RAF and U.S. Air Force Base to disrupt and sabotage military aircraft. You volunteered your time pro bono to argue that such attacks could be lawful. presumably because you had sympathy with her actions. But not now. Yeah, no. The cab rank rule cannot excuse that choice. Whereas here, no fee is offered. I don't know what the hell that means. The bar standards board handbook removes any duty to act. Downing Street is ludicrous to claim that you had no choice. Owning to the cab rank rule is therefore false. You must now correct it and make clear you acted voluntarily. By championing Miss Percy and others, you try to create a precedent that you would make politically motivated sabotage of defense assets a means for punishment. Yeah, strange, huh? Different time, different beliefs. Strange, so strange. Had you succeeded last week on RAF Briz Norton, forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, would today be on firm legal ground. Imagine that. Military sabotage being legal. You then celebrated risking national security, featuring Miss Percy in your 2020 leadership launch video. Once a lawyer selects a client for political promotion, that clearly becomes endorsement of them in your action. The public is entitled to interpret your views as anti-British and a threat to national security. Our armed forces deserve a prime minister who has their back, not one spent a career defending and then landing those who attack them. Yeah. Today's Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, was a civil rights lawyer. Yeah. Total commie. Yeah. And their mission was to subvert everything. But now, let's go ahead and, because we're in power, those are our jets now, then we're gonna go after them. How dare they sabotage our jets when they were another government's jets, though? Go ahead. Totally crazy. Let's see. And Lawrence says, even if we okay, I read that already. And Lawrence says, what is the video? Is he protesting against? I read that. And Lady Tip says, I heard this today with Black Belt Barrister. Starmer is screwed. So no. They get away with hypocrisy. They could be hypocrites. You can't, but they can. Because they're bringing around worldwide communism. So, yeah, they can do whatever they want. They're expected to be liars. So, yeah. Only you and I are appalled by stuff like this. Not your leftists, not Labor themselves. Let's see. Warren says Labor destined for 120 seats in next election, losing almost 250 MPs. But that's 3 years from now, right? Right, 3 years? It's gonna be a totally different country. And then the rising new constituency will have even more power and more votes. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, scary, so scary. Let's see. Now it says, yes, Lady Tip, this could be the one. We'll see. Are the Labor MPs upset over this? Right here is, let's see. What party does, what does Jenrick? Isn't Jenrick, isn't he part of Reform or something? Is he one of the Reform MPs? So is that Labor? Because they knew about this crap, didn't they? Let's see. It's funny, the left has totally different standards. And lying is good to them. If it gets you your way, it's good. And once you're in power, those are your assets. Yeah, before they were your assets, destroy them. But now they're assets, and so they give a damn a little bit. They're still gonna subvert and destroy everything for the masters. Let's see. And Lady Pip says, here's hoping, Alan. And Lauren says, I don't know if it's 3 years. Starmer to lose a no confidence vote. Okay. We were talking about that yesterday. Leadership contest, then general election after. So Lawrence, do you really see the Labor MPs voting for no confidence? Or do you see Labour MPs voting, just forcing him to step down, and then to avoid a potential no confidence, forcing him to step down and then bringing in some other damn commie bastard? What's more likely when you're dealing with Labour? You tell me. You should know. So, because they don't want to bring the government down after all, do they? They want to damage as much as they can. And hopefully change the rule and change the voting block. So they'll never lose power again, right? So, he's conservative. So that's Robert Jenrick. Yeah. And Alan said, Shadow Justice Secretary. Oh, so Shadow Justice Secretary, that means he's a Tory. He's in the Tory government. Okay. Alright. Yeah, in case you're in the United States, let's see, I don't think, do you call it a cabinet in the UK? But, the party that has the second most power, basically has members set up, and they call it like the shadow government. So I guess if something was to happen and there was a vote of no confidence, then people could step right into the positions. So yeah, inside the party though, in this case it was Tories who had have the second most votes, though so much less, because so few people voted for Tories the last time. Tories are the conservative party. Oh, well, they're part of the Uniparty, but they pretend to be the conservative party. Yeah. So, they're just liberals that move a little slower. Yeah, to get the far left agenda in power. So, yeah. So it's called a shadow government. And but it doesn't mean what we would think in the U.S. It's just part of their system. And let's see. And Lady Tip says against Nest, and Alan says Labour may still vote against Nest next week. Yeah, I heard Stonewall was already compromising, right? They're changing their formula, what do they call it, Tip? So we'll see. And like we were saying yesterday, the Tories may save them anyways, right? So Lady Tip said I said he would be out in 3 months 2 weeks ago, but now looking at it, he could be out in a week. He could be, yeah. And then another bastard will take his place, right? Yeah. Now it says, yeah, could be, Lady Tip. Yeah, okay. That would be interesting. And Alan says, it's all a bit nuts, Della. Yeah, I know. Nothing will change. Like I said, I hope they put Angela Rayner, because yeah, she talks like a retard. I wanna hear the fat speaking for you. I wanna hear that. They're still gonna accomplish the same crap. Their masters will still tell them what to do and they'll obey it. And then when it gets too much, they'll put in a new phase that'll strangely do the same crap. But yeah, thanks Alan for sharing this with us. I mean, it's so outrageous, isn't it? It's so outrageous. But the fact that he was human rights, a human rights lawyer, that's where those commies all hide, and all they do is subvert. So yeah, but now it's on the other foot, and I doubt anyone in your Labour government will even care that this happened, right? In the long run. So, all right. Oh, this was a nice, let's see what happens to my player. This was a nice clip. This goes back to President Trump. I think this is from a couple of days ago. And Lady Tip says if the Growler steps in, she will put Liz Truss to shame. So many bad choices. Right, Lady Tip? So many bad choices you've had, whether it was Labour or whether it was Tories. So atrocious. Let's see. Alright. Let's see what happens. Will the gremlin come back? Will the goddess will the goddess, what's her name here, come back to try to haunt me? Let's see. Here we go. So this is President Trump in the White House. Yeah, Trump taking some time to thank these, I forget what it was, but it's this, to me, it was a Marine Corps band, playing there in the White House. He's, I guess, walking out or whatever, and he takes the time to go over there. You gotta love that about him, because other presidents, it's just kind of like window dressing, and they just walk by and they ignore it, usually. So, just lovely, even if it's calculated and he's doing it on purpose, I think he just wants to show, because at his age, he knows this isn't going to last forever. So, yeah. So, just marvelous, really marvelous. Okay, let's see. Lawrence said, from Novara Media, we're discussing a success for the Starmer, and it didn't look good. Streeting could lose his street. I don't know what that is, but okay. Rayner is a joke, and Burnham needs a seat. I say Nadia Whittingham for Nigel's biggest majority. Oh, so let me go ahead. Give me a moment. We'll take a second here. Give me a moment and let's look up, because yeah, they're all nutters. All these people you tell me about. Let me look up who Nadia Whittingham is. So I bet she has to be really bad. Alright, give me a second here. Let's see. Nadia Whittingham. There we go. Is it gonna pop up? Yeah. Alright. Nadia Whittingham is, okay, Nadia Whittingham of Nottingham East. Let's see. Is a British politician serving as a member of Parliament for Nottingham. A member of the Labour Party. Oh boy, yeah, she's gotta be a real winner, doesn't she? Let's see, what do they say here? Oh boy, it shoots like a winner. Alright, let me go ahead and put her picture here. And then I'll read a little bit of it. So, I know all of you know her from, in the UK. So let's see, did she pop up? Bring her down here. Ooh, okay. And let me keep reading. Let's see, did they say anything specific about her? Yeah, tell me more about her. Let's see. She's been serving for Nottingham East since 2019. A member of the Labour Party. And she was previously the youngest MP upon her election at the age of 23. Oh, okay. This must be, yeah, this shows her mental capacity. She's a member of the Socialist Campaign Group. Okay. I guess we don't have to say much more. So, so you gotta tell me, is she famous for certain quotes, or is she just a blooming idiot? What is it? Let's see. I like the music, reminds me of the Overlook Hotel. Yeah, Lee Pitt. Love your dancing. I know I could dance. I only wish maybe I could figure out how. Yeah, I could figure out how to do it. So when I have one of those things, maybe I could have some fireworks popping up behind me, and then maybe a U.S. flag, and then I just Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? I think I could do it. I don't know if that's going to cause VLC to be even slower. I don't know. But it ain't that difficult. But yeah, I could try it. That'd be fun. She's a 25-year-old revolutionary socialist. Let me guess. But she grew up in a rich household. Always had the best things. Had the best schooling. Even though she's got a very low IQ. And let's see. She's the British AOC. Marvelous. So yeah, maybe what I can do is I can find some clips of her. We can look at them tomorrow. I know you in the UK, know all about her and all the stupid things that she said and everything. Let's see. She's a dum-dum. Yeah, of course. Is she upper class? Is she an upper class, snooty, socialist dum-dum who's never known hardship in her life? Let's see. Is there anything in here? All right. No. Okay. She is an upper class. She grew up in a single-parent household. She attended private. Okay, so she grew up in a rich single-parent household because she attended private schools. Okay. All right, let's see. She also attended Guilford Sixth Form College. Sitting 2 levels, going okay. Got a law degree at University of Nottingham, but did not complete it. Yeah, must be that brain thing, right? Must be that brain power thing, or lack of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Lauren said she has an IQ of 23. Yeah, she looks like a real winner. Yeah. And Lawrence, did you see Dr. Sleep when they returned to the Overlook? It didn't work for me. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. So, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into her. This might be fun for tomorrow. But yeah, private schools and champagne socialist, right? So, damn, in this day and age, don't be going after that crap. It's just ridiculous, the socialism and all that crap. Well, what else I got for you today? Oh, yeah, I got 2 different things. This one is kind of scary. So, it's a little different in the UK, but in the US, I'm sure you've all seen it. We had those street lights everywhere, right? In our intersection, because we don't do the roundabouts too much. But we had the hanging street lights. Well, there's this guy in a utility bucket. You know what I'm talking about? Like a cherry picker? He's in one of these buckets and he's working on one of these street lights. Probably changing a burnt out lamp or something. And along comes a semi. So I'll just show it to you from here. The fellow only got scrapes and bruises. You won't believe it. So let me play it. Play it again. There's always a stupid delay here. Yeah, here we go. Right there. Did you believe that? I'll start from the beginning again. You see it in real time, real speed. We'll play it slow. Wow. So 2 things went right for me. He had a safety harness on. Very good. Because otherwise he would have fallen on his head. And, he would have been dead from that. But they say otherwise, just scrapes and bruises. Yeah, bruises, from the impact, just from being slammed against the bucket there. So, wow. Wow. Talk about scary. Yeah, let's see. And what's a lorry? Oh, yeah. And you call your semis lorries. Yeah. So, a lorry crash. So, could something like that happen in the UK? I mean, because you have a lot of roundabouts, but you don't have them everywhere. Do you have the street lights like this? Imagine somewhere, right? Or yeah. Wow, a safety harness. Yes, Lady Pep. So, right onto his head, as you can see, he would have right to the table. So, yeah. It's just amazing. So I thought you'd find that interesting. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, this was the UK. This ain't finally. I have one other one after this. I don't know if it's just GDM making a big thing out of it, but about migrants with rifles.
I think that they need to see.
Okay, all right, he popped up there.
I think that they need to see this, and I think that you deserve to know the truth. I received this video from a human trafficker.
We fix this.
This
Go back a
video
little.
from a human trafficker. That gun appears to be an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. Specifically, I think it looks a lot like this gun. It's a Hatsan Escort tactical shotgun, and if you look as well, it appears on that casing that you'll...
I'm sorry. We see assault gun. If you type on AR-15, I just see a 22, right? With a magazine. That's all I see. Just a 22.
See behind the weapon there, it appears to have the word escort written on it. Now, AR-15s are commonly used in American mass shootings. And the Washington Post says that AR-15 fires bullets at...
Actually, handguns are mostly used. Okay.
such a high velocity, often in a barrage of 30 or even 100 in rapid succession, that it can eviscerate multiple people in seconds. The smugglers' TikTok page shows people coming across in the back of lorries.
Semi trucks. Lorries. Back of lorries.
It also shows him bringing people over in boats.
Also, lorry, he didn't says.
Yeah, that is, for the record, by the way, another lorry, but there are boat clips on his TikTok as well. And I know that he has been organising crossings from this precise location in the last few days. So I have had confirmation that he is organising boat crossings from that exact location, okay? What is there to stop him bringing that across the channel, that semi-automatic rifle, or arming other illegal migrants with it? Now, we have handed, yet again, all our information and evidence to the authorities. And I'm begging them, please act on it.
Okay, all right. So basically what he's talking about is migrants, whatever you want to call those people, bringing over rifles, semi-automatic rifle in. Okay, like in the U.S., it's just not that scary to us. In semi-automatic doesn't mean you press the trigger and 30 rounds comes out. Even in U.S. military, they have it set so the most you can shoot is 3 rounds at a time. Now that could do a lot of damage, and you can go bang, 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 bang. You could pull the rifle, the trigger really well. But yeah, it's just a difference. I guess the when I see this with our U.S. gun culture, it makes a big difference. But I'm sure in the UK, especially in the mosque, there's plenty of arms stored up. What's your thought about that? I've heard stories that a lot of the mosques have arms, just for some time when they want to use them, when they figure they want to use them. What's your thoughts on that? So let me know what you think. I'll get ready for the next little video that I have. I heard a very something from my friend in Ireland last night. catalog that was selling overpriced mirrored furniture. What? Mirrored furniture, but actually selling children. Wow. In USA, where everyone could have a gun, in UK, only daddies have them. I know. Isn't that a problem? You know, isn't that a problem? Oh, I wish I had that. There's this famous video in the US of this armed nut going into a Texas church, and he starts shooting. People in the church, and then all of a sudden, 20 or 30 people in the church start bringing out their guns and shooting at the guy, and they stop the massacre, you know. So yeah, big difference. Where without the guns, as you can see, you're at these people's mercy. Because somehow, isn't it a mystery? Somehow, the baddies get the guns, don't they? They get whatever they want. So, yeah. The lady tip says if you zoom in on the mirror, you will see the child sat on the bed. Huh, that'd be interesting to know more, lady tip. So, I'll try to see if I can find out something about that. If not, if you could take the time, please feel free to follow me on X and DM me, or leave a link in the comment on this video, and I'll see it, and I can go to it. So, alright, this last one, this last video comes from the US, of course, from Florida, and I'll just play it, but watch his excuse, watch the gentleman's excuse for why he spit on a police officer. Here it goes. Let me get it started again.
So take me.
Wait, okay, go. Let me start it again. So,
So take me. Hey, chill. I just hit you again. What the you do about it?
For the first time, we are seeing body camera video when Miami-Dade police say they were assaulted by a quadriplegic man. A case so unusual, even the judge at first appearance seemed surprised.
I have truly never seen a case like this.
It happened May 1st. Police were called to the Southwest Miami-Dade home of Brian Amastha, also known as El Valiente, his stage name when he's performing music. According to the report, Amastha...
I hope they don't give me a stupid copyright strike for his stupid music. I was thinking of editing out, but damn it. Yeah, you get copyright strikes on YouTube. So,
and his mother, seen here in red, were involved in an argument. But when mom is put in handcuffs, this happens.
Nah, bro, don't fucking do that.
Hey, stop hitting me with the chair,
man,
Brian.
Stop doing
That's a
that.
battery on our
You just said.
When we interviewed Amastha back then, he told us this.
They claimed that I hit them with my wheelchair.
Did you?
I absolutely did not.
The report stated that you spit at an officer.
Right. So I suffer from acid reflux, so I normally spit.
A police officer because of acid, I suffer from acid reflux. What the? Quadruple. That's why not? Why not? They gotta love it.
And I spat like the totally different direction.
But this is the video.
You want to listen or not?
Amastha also told us he felt humiliated during his arrest.
Bro, you laughing at me, bro?
Because he was separated from his motorized wheelchair, which he says was damaged when it was put on a flatbed. You see one officer appearing to text someone, joking that they were going to put him on the tow truck.
Yeah, because
officers later seen inspecting their legs. Amastha charged with 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer. And we are told that corrections did not have a transport van to transport Amastha with his wheelchair, and that's why officers on scene called fire rescue to take him and called a tow truck to take the chair.
How else?
We're told that there's another hearing in this case scheduled right here for tomorrow. We're in Miami. I'm Janine Stanwood.
Oh, I just wish they put him on the flatbed. and shrimp them down. Why did you spit? Well, you see, I have acid reflux. That's the greatest. Yeah. We have a joke and a trope in the United States. It's called Florida Man, because some of the craziest things happened in Florida. Usually with Florida males. So Florida Man, another Florida Man story. Acid reflux. Okay, wow. In time since that was a while ago. Yeah, I saw something like May 29th. But what was it? Was it a couple of years ago, May 29th? I don't know. But I just saw it. I just love it. I thought that was the greatest. Let's see. And later said the catalog is Mayfair. Okay. Oh, okay, UK Mayfair. I'll try to check that out later. Let's see. And you found his chair. Yeah, but instead of putting him in a ambulance, right? Strap him down. They got a flatbed and they impounded it. So yeah, strap him down. That would have been the best. That would have been the best. Then he could have complained about it, right? But no. Oh, he damaged my wheelchair too. Yeah, sure they did. Yeah, they impounded it. They did. They said that in the story. They impounded his chair top. And say, Lawrence, I would like to be a news hound in USA. You all see Nightcrawler, the cruise he chased all night in accident and crime footage for the local and national news network? No, but sometimes it's fun watching the LA chases that they have, the freeway chases and stuff. They keep getting weird, more bizarre and goofier. What the people being chased after, the lanes will do to get away. And now we have the gay little scooters and stuff. They have gangs of those that are running around and stuff. Some of those sometimes are just they're so funny because it's so surreal and this crap is going on. Because of all the lawlessness that they've been promoting in that city and state. So, yes, later says, oh, sorry, Wayfair. Okay, I've heard of Wayfair. Yeah, we have it in the U.S. too. So, I'll see if I can find any connection. You may not have hit where I can find a link to it. So, let's see. What a great movie, so cynical with Donnie Darko and Jake Gyllenhaal. And yeah, now since the motorcycle chases are insane. Have you seen the scooter? The scooter chases, Alan? Type that in, LA scooter, gang scooter chases. Yeah, they have these little gay, I think they're electric. No, they might be gas powered, but those are something else. And they do it at, with a whole crowd of them, up to 100 people. And they're all going in different directions and stuff, breaking off. Yeah, it's really funny. So, wow, let's see. I think that's what I had for today. So, is there anything anyone would like to bring up, like especially in the UK, what's happening? Any stories or anything that I might have missed? Let me know. So, I'll give you a few seconds. Oh, let's see. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I don't have anything else. Oh, I do see. Maybe I need to delete that. Maybe why Kelly kept popping up. I do have my Santa Muerte folder. I was clicking on that. So I think I'm gonna delete that right now. But yeah, that was funny. Weird. I didn't click on that folder and she kept popping up. It had to be haunting. Yeah, maybe my haunted puppet that I'm inhabiting is inviting the spirit of Kelly to haunt my my life dream. Let's see. And Lauren says, Kaya Postler says, Surtier, love that song. Yeah. Tia. Biatch. Yeah, that was a fun song. But I just had to do that one. And then Lady Tip says, this time next week, Starmer will be on. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna write that down, Lady Tip. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. We'll see. But time will make a difference. And yeah, so that's about it. So if you want, we can call it quits. What do you think? Okay. Well, I don't have anything to play out with today. So why don't we just go ahead and say farewell, adieu, sayonara. So thanks everyone for watching this silly little stream. I hope you at least got a laugh out of it. I'm serious. I still don't know what that Kelly thing was about. So, but have a wonderful evening, everybody. And Tom says, bye, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Probably won't do anything this weekend. Bye and farewell, Alan says. So, I love you all, so take care. Goodbye.